I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no hoe. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't...
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex and I'm back here with another video, and today I got my top 5 free agents the Dolphins should target on March 13th, March 14th, whatever free agency starts. It's one of those days, okay? Real quick, shout out to the people who like this video before they even heard the sentence that's coming out of my mouth. Now let's get into it, all right? Now first I'm gonna say how I picked these free agents, okay? This is just my top 5, okay? Let me know in the conversation what your guys' top 5 is gonna be, but this is how I picked my top 5. Number 1, I picked it off just age, okay? Because, you know, there's some good players in the free agency that are like 33, you know, 34, all that. You know, I definitely based it a little bit off age, okay? Since we are quote unquote rebuilding, so you know, I didn't really want to get that many old players. And then I also based off obviously skill, upside, things like that nature. So without further ado, let's get into it. On the screen though, I have, you know, all the Dolphins free agents right now. Cameron Wake as the one that sticks out the most to me, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I won't really miss none of these other people. All right, William Hayes, you know, a lot of the fan base loves him, but that man can't stay healthy. I don't know what to tell you. Cameron Wake, obviously the one I would miss. But, you know, if he had to go, he had to go. I mean, I don't know, man. He did good for us. I always gonna love Cameron Wake no matter what. Now, getting into my top 5 free agents the Miami Dolphins should target. Coming in at number 5, it will be Juwuan James. Now, I put Juwuan James on this list. He's actually plays for the Dolphins as we speak, but he will be a free agent in March. And the reason why I put Juwuan James on this list is because he is very important to the Miami Dolphins and what the Miami Dolphins want to do in the future. I feel like as far as we don't have an offensive line, and I don't have to explain to y'all how trash our offensive line is, okay? If you're not a Dolphins fan, you don't watch Dolphins games, then maybe I don't have to explain to you. But if you are a Dolphins fan, if you even watch 2 of our games this season, you already know our offensive line would stay our offensive line. I don't have to reiterate how trash our offensive line is, okay? It's awful, all right? And let's be honest, the 3 main problems with our offensive line is left guard, right guard, and center. It's not the tackles. So Juwuan James, he's what I like to say, stable, okay? He provides stability on the right side. All right, put it that way. Is he amazing? Is he Hall of Famer? No. Is he a Pro Bowler even? No. But he does provide stability, and that's more than I can say for the rest of those 3 positions on the line. Now, it's unrealistic to believe that we're gonna have 5 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, or even 3, or even 4. I mean, the Cowboys have a lot, but I feel like for us, it's unreasonable to think we need to get rid of Juwuan James because he's not a Pro Bowler, and we gotta get a Pro Bowl right tackle. It's like, how many Pro Bowls could we have on the line? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's going to be some people on the O-line that's not going to be the best. And honestly, Juwuan James, I feel like, you know, he might not be the best, but he's stable enough to where I would want us to keep him. I honestly want us to keep him, but like, he's never been a problem. You never looked at Juwuan James and said he's the problem with the O-line. He has to go. I always looked at the guards in the center like they need to go. With that being said, man, at this point, last year was his contract year. So the market is gonna dictate how much Juwuan James is gonna make. I'm seeing people saying he's gonna be the 2nd highest paid right tackle in the NFL. Now, is he that good to be the 2nd highest paid right tackle? Hell no. So it's like, do I really want Juwuan James? I do, but at the end of the day, the market is gonna dictate whatever price he's at, and if it ends up dictating him as a $10 million right tackle, then obviously we can't re-sign him. I don't think so, at least. And that's the trouble with letting players go into free agency and go test free agency. And that's why I always say it's so important for us to re-sign Xavier Howard. Don't let him play this last season out without a contract, because then guess what? The market is going to dictate Xavier Howard what he wants, okay? It's not going to be Xavier Howard. It's not a conversation between Xavier Howard and the Miami Dolphins at that point. It will be a conversation between Xavier Howard, Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots. Like, it would be every team in it, like it is with Juwuan James at this point. It's not a conversation between, hey, let's work out something between the Miami Dolphins and Juwuan James. It's going to be Miami Dolphins, Juwuan James, and whatever else other team needs a right tackle. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the risk you run when you let players play out their whole contract and don't re-sign them. So it is what it is. So now the market is going to dictate whatever Juwuan James makes. And like I said, I don't know exactly how much they're going to want to pay him. But, you know, I wouldn't break the bank for Juwuan James by any means necessary. So if he has to go, he has to go. But that's just my number 5 free agency on the list. It is in order. This list is in order. He's number 5. Coming in at number 4, we got DJ Fluker, a guard for the Seahawks. Now, DJ Fluker is a guy, the Seahawks, they do want to re-sign him. And the reason why I like DJ Fluker is because he is a really good run blocking guard. He's not higher on my list because his pass blocking is suspect, but he's a very great run blocking guard. If y'all look at what he did with the Seahawks last season, in 2017, the Seahawks were really bad running the ball, okay? In 2018, DJ Fluker missed the first 2 games. They was really bad running the ball, okay? DJ Fluker came in and they become the best running team in the league, right? So DJ Fluker obviously made a difference. He gets a push. I can show y'all this video, this clip right here of him pushing out Ndamukong Suh out the way. You know what I'm saying? He's really good run blocking, but the reason why he's not number 2 or number 1 is because he's this pass blocking the suspect. And it honestly just depends on what identity the Dolphins are going to have next season, whether they're going to be a running team or a throwing team, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're going to be a pound the ball team or, you know, trying to air it out, I guess. But if you're running the air out offense, you obviously can't sign DJ Fluker. But if you're running an offense that you want to keep the ball on the ground a lot, which I think is one of the most effective offenses in the league, just for the simple fact that you're always in the game that way. If you're running the ball, you're always in the game, okay? It's the reason why I feel like the Cowboys have success. It's the reason why I feel like the Patriots have success, because Tom Brady didn't have his best season, but they ran the ball a lot. When you run the ball that much, you know what I'm saying, you're always in the game because you're always controlling the time, the tempo. A team can't score on you that much. If you're running the ball, a team's not going to have their offense on the field enough to score a bunch of points on you. So you're always going to be in a game. All you need is a good defense, and you're always going to be in the game. And then once you have a lead, it's hard for a team to take the lead from you because you're just running the ball, you're wasting time, you're just getting the defense tired. So that's part of the reason we made the playoffs in 2016, because we had Jay Ajayi and we actually ran the ball a lot. We ran the ball over 20. I forgot what our record was when we ran the ball over 25 times in the game, but it was very, very high percentage of chances that we won them games, that we ran the ball a lot in, okay, when our offensive line was healthy. I think that's part of the reason why the Seahawks, where people were saying we're rebuilding this season, they have the best running game in the league. They end up making the playoffs. It's because their running game was so good. Even after the Legion of Boom is all dismantled and people are saying, you know, Seahawks are going to be trash last season, they still managed to make the playoffs because their run game was so strong. You can always compete when you have a run game. You can always win a couple of games that you maybe were not supposed to win if you have a strong run game and you can keep the other offense off the field. So if that's gonna be the identity, personally, I would look at DJ Fluker if we're gonna be a strong running team. But if not, then if you want to be an air out pass offense, then you probably don't want to look at DJ Fluker. But I personally like him. He's 4th on my list. You know what I'm saying? Having a Mauler right there, I think would be big for the Dolphins. I would like to see us run the ball. You know, with us not having a quarterback right now, and I don't know if we're gonna get a quarterback this season, but you know, I would like to see us run the ball a lot more this season than last season. Anyways, enough of DJ Fluker. Coming in at number 3, I have Ziggy Ansah. Now, Ziggy Ansah, you know what I'm saying, is a great end, okay, but he has injury concerns. I don't know what the market really going to dictate with him. Obviously, I wouldn't sign him to a huge contract, but because just based off his injuries that he's been having the last few seasons, he's been missing a lot of games. But Ziggy Ansah is a player that when he is healthy is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. And not only is he a great pass rusher, he's not like Robert Quinton in the fact that he can actually stop the run. You know what I'm saying? He actually has decent run defense. Robert Quinn was literally a one-trick pony. If he wasn't getting to the quarterback, he honestly couldn't be on the field because he could not stop the run. He could not set the edge. With Ziggy Ansah, I've seen plays where he could set the edge. He's really an all-around good. He's really an all-around good end that would be getting paid a lot money if he wasn't getting injured. But hopefully, if we could get him on a cheap contract because of his injuries, that would be great. Maybe put a lot of incentives in it to where, like, you have to get, you know, it's a this $1 million bonus if you get 8 sacks this season or something to really just ensure that we don't really fuck ourselves over, because he could get injured again, honestly. And I'm not a fan of all these injury-prone players, I know that, but I would take a chance on Ansah because of how good I feel like he is and how good his potential is. He's only like 29, I think, or 30, so he's still in his prime, okay, or just entering his prime. And so I really like Ziggy Ansah, and like I said, I'm not a fan of injury-prone players, but I do feel like the upside with Ziggy Ansah is there. It's not a Robert Quinn situation in the fact that he's not a one-trick pony, okay? He's not because I knew Robert Quinn was not bringing nothing to the team unless he was sacking the quarterback. He's not bringing nothing else to the team. All right, with Ziggy Ansah, he's going to bring more than just sacking the quarterback to the team. And honestly, I feel like we could get him for a little cheap. Obviously not dirt cheap, but I feel like we could get him a little cheap since he's coming off an injury, okay? So that would be that's my 3rd favorite free agent that we should get. And then the fact that we just cut Andre Branch, there's rumors that Robert Quinn's next to go, and obviously Cameron Wake's entering free agency right now. So, you know, I think we do need another end. I do think we could take another end, and I think honestly Ziggy Ansah at this point is better than all 3 of them, period. All right, maybe not Cameron Wake, but even Cameron Wake is like a one-trick pony a little bit. But I don't know, I'd rather just have Ziggy Ansah, okay? He's younger than Cameron Wake, obviously. Cameron Wake, 37 years old, you know. Now coming in at number 2, we have Quinton Spain. Now, this is a guard for the Tennessee Titans. Now, honestly, like I said, I don't really pay attention to offensive line play for like other teams besides the Dolphins, right? I don't be looking at every single offensive lineman on every other team, but I do look at the statistics, and I see Quinton Spain coming up at free agency, so I looked him up a little bit, researched him a little bit, realized that he's only been credited for 1 sack last season. That means he only gave up 1 sack last season. His run blocking grade did dip down last season, okay, but he was a good run blocker 2 seasons ago, but last season he just wasn't the best. But like I said, he only gave up 1 sack last season, and then in 2017, he went 520 snaps without giving up a sack. So unlike DJ Fluker, and why I have him ranked above DJ Fluker is because he can actually pass block. So I would rather have him than DJ Fluker. And then he has proven that he could run block too. He just didn't run block well last season, but he has proven that he could run block as well. In 2017, he had a great run blocking grade. So he has proven it. He just didn't do it last season. So I think he's probably one of the best guards, if not the best. Well, he's not the best guard. I think Ramon Foster is about to be a free agent as well. But the thing about him, he's 33 years old, so I didn't want to put him on the list. But with Quinton Spain, you know, he's younger. He's not that old. And like I said, he don't give up a lot of sacks. He's really good pass blocking for guard. He's not as strong as DJ Fluker in the run game. He's not dominant like that. But overall, all around, he's better, okay? He's decent in the run game. He's good in the pass game. Whereas DJ Fluker is bad in the pass game, but great in the run game. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have Quinton Spain over DJ Fluker. And he's my second favorite free agent just because of how important the guard is for us, okay? It's a very, very important position, and it's something that we don't have any in right now. And I really don't like none of the guard. I really don't like none of the O-linemen that people are wanting us to pick in the first round. I really don't like none of them. So I'd rather take Quinton Spain. And last but not least, coming in at number 1, my favorite free agent that the Miami Dolphins need to grab, or try to grab, Trey Flowers. Now, Trey Flowers is not a guy that's going to give you 13 sacks or nothing like that, or, you know, 11 or 10 even. All right, he's going to give you 6 or 7 or 8 sacks, but he's so consistent with it. Okay, so every season he's had about 7 sacks. He's probably the best player. Well, I don't want to say best player on the Patriots defense this season. I mean, last season because Stephon Gilmore, but he was one of the best, most disruptive players on that whole defense, if not the best. You know, it's arguable. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can play anywhere on the line. He can play anywhere on the line. All right, and obviously his familiarity. that's a word right there. Familiarity. God, that's a word. Anyway, he's familiar with the defense that Brian Flores runs, so it's pretty perfect. Okay, I think it's a match made in heaven. Honestly, he was a great part of Brian Flores' defense in New England. He could be a leader with the Miami Dolphins, setting a good example. I really don't usually like picking up free agents from the Patriots. I do feel like he's actually worth it though. I feel like he could help us more than any other free agency in the pool this season. Obviously, this guy Trey Flowers is going to come at a premium price, all right? And Steven Ross has made it clear that he doesn't want to spend really high, big bucks in free agency. They want to, you know, rebuild the right way. So I don't know if Trey Flowers is an option. I did read an article saying we was the front runners for him, but I do think he'd help us the most on that D-line. Like I said, he's not a guy that you should expect to get a sack every single game, but he is a guy that you should expect to be consistent and do good things for us, okay? If we were able to pick him up. He knows the system. I expect him to be a great leader, be able to stop the run, you know what I'm saying, and hold up in the trenches, and I think it would be a great pickup for him. And there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 free agents in this pool. Now, let me know in the comment section who are some of you guys' favorite free agents. As y'all can see behind me, you got Le'Veon Bell, Earl Thomas up here on this list. This is a list of all the free agents right now. I got Anthony Barr. You know, there's some great players, KJ Wright. A lot of these players, though, like Tyrann Mathieu, all kind of stuff. Honey Badger, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good players on here. Let me know in the comment section who you guys' top 5 free agents are heading into March 14th. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about my list. It's your boy K Flexing. I'm out.